Hey there, Nancy Drew Clue crew. I'm Maura, and welcome to another video walkthrough of the Nancy Drew game series. Today I'm playing the Phantom of Venice, the 18th game in the series. And if you're listening, this is the first game in the series to feature that new shortened version of the Nancy Drew signature theme music. I like it, but not as much as the old one.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. This is my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That'll tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
Okay, before I jump into the mystery, let me talk about a few things. Notice that unlike the last two games, despite having the same interface layout here, it has a new different kind of text in terms of the font and size. Colors stay the same though. And this is the last game which started from Danger by Design to have these three relics that referenced past cases. This looks like a relic from Secret of the Scarlet Hand. That's obviously a nod to the Haunted Carousel and Danger on Deception Island. Starting with the next game, there will be a couple of these might stay, but there will always be a change in items that allude to Nancy's past cases. Interestingly enough, this setting here, it's obviously not in broad daylight, and it's in the winter time, as you can see outside. Like there's a snowman, obvious frost, and this light looks a little dim. I never showed this before in the past couple of games, but you can turn the light bulb by flipping the switch, but
Oh, shoot.
I'll burn out this time. All right, now let me open the case file so we can see where Nancy's going on this journey, although we already know actually it's in Venice, Italy. But what's the assignment?
The wealthy socialite whose necklace I helped recover while solving that Scarlet Hand case a while back, I'm on my way to Venice, Italy. Apparently, someone there has been dressing up in a mask and cape and stealing valuable pieces of art. The news media call him the Phantom, not only because of the way he dresses, but because he leaves behind so few clues. Prudence, who loves Venice and belongs to...
Okay, Prudence was a phone character in Secret of the Scarlet Hand, which Nancy references here, but also briefly again in Danger by Design, but with more prominence in the former case because we recovered her jade carving necklace.
In the palazzo she used to own, which now belongs to a well-to-do widow named Margarita.
Well, I meant the necklace that included that jade carving.
I'll be working undercover, and as soon as I arrive, the police will send me something that will lead me to my assignment. What it will be, I have no idea. But am I excited?
Oh, see. Oh, yes. And so, because I'm traveling to another foreign country, I am going to need this Italian dictionary for translating places with written text on them. And now I'm going to pick up the plane ticket. And of course, I'm going to go with Junior Detective. And of course, as I said in the last game, these stars are a nod to the 12 awards that await me at the end of the game, or rather, how many of them I will get. Let's go. Oh, that's strange. What's going on here? Looks like she's walking down some dark, dank tunnel. And this music sounds a little ominous and foreboding. Like something bad's gonna happen. And it looks like it is.
Out of here! Hey! Open the door! Oh, no. Well, Nancy, things are not looking good. What the heck happened? This case started out so well. I mean, what could be better than waking up in Venice, Italy?
Yes, what could be better? And that's just what happens right now. Was this a dream? We'll see. All right, let's see what there is to explore. So now Nancy is in the Ca Nascosta, and she's rooming with another occupant here. This is her, a picture of her, Helena Berg. Unfortunately, some of these postcards are in German, so but there is a place where I can get a German dictionary.
That's my roommate stuff. Mine's on the other side of the room.
Yeah, it's right here.
Let's see, what should I wear?
Oh, and so Nancy can change clothes accordingly in this game several times. If you buy and change enough items and Nancy wears them frequently, you get an award for it. But there's one item you can't remove. It's a locket that Ned gave her right before she left. And here, interactive guide to Venice. It's important to be looking at this later. I mean, we have the Italian dictionary, but for translation only. We need to look at this for some basic terms and phrases to know, since it'll be essential at a key moment later on in the game. All right, let's see if we can find Margarita and anyone else there is to talk to here.
Hello, you must be the American Margarita mentioned. I'm Colin Baxter.
I'm Nancy Drew. What are you doing, if you don't mind my asking?
Right now, I'm restoring this 14th century mosaic, which means, without getting
He sounds English.
I'm cleaning the tesserae that remain in place.
And Colin, I think that's a very... Well, I think it's an Irish name, not an English name, but what the heck. He's obviously from the UK.
Tesserae.
Simply put, tesserae are the individual tiles which comprise a mosaic.
Sounds like a lot of work.
It's a phenomenal amount of work. However, just between you and me, I do this for free. I became fascinated with art in general and mosaics in particular when I was at Oxford University. That's where I'm from, actually. Oxford, England. At least, that's where I was born. I live here now and intend to do so for a very long while. Although I say that with no small amount of guilt.
Why do you feel guilty?
People like me and Helena are the reason true Venetians are slowly going extinct. We foreigners come to Venice, fall in love with her, and wind up staying. High demand for food and housing results in high prices, which in many cases means the people who were born here have to leave because they can no longer afford to live here. If I could be
that's a shame.
granted one wish, it would be to have been born here. That way I would feel entitled to live here, and I would know how to speak Italian.
You don't speak Italian?
Much as it shames me to admit it, no. Languages don't come easily to me. And since I am able to do what I do without knowing Italian, you know, I have some slides of various tesserae. Not only are they enormously informative, but they're also quite beautiful. Would you like to see them?
Sure.
Well, I don't really, but
Here we go.
he gets offended easily if you say no. So we'll look at some, but then let's excuse ourselves. Ooh, that is a pretty shade of crimson. And the lilac was beautiful too.
It was painted by the sun.
Well, he's obviously very enthusiastic about his work, which is...
This one, I could eat it. It's so delicious.
After maybe at least 5+ slides, you have...
What a yummy shade of
Wow, that is quite a hot shade of yellow. I think after at least, I don't know, at least...
What a beauty.
Oh, at least... Okay, 6 by now, you have the arrow key here, meaning you can back away. But I'll humor him...
I adore the shade of crimson.
Not as much as the other one. I'll just humor him by looking at a couple more than back away.
The artistry involved in this one is incredible.
Well, see, you have to kind of look at this anyway. It's not... Wow, that's like teal, I guess?
I adore the shade of crimson.
All right, we've already seen that. Let's back away, maybe. I'd love to... Yeah, if you say wow, it's just going to keep going until you decide to back away. So I'm going to say I don't have time.
I'd love to see more, but I really don't have time.
But of course, now he's offended.
Long last found a kindred spirit, someone who shared my passion for...
See, if you say no thank you the first time, you're guilt-tripped into looking at them again, but you need to then excuse yourself so you don't keep going and going.
You need to be somewhere. Believe me, I think what you're doing is fascinating, and you obviously really know your stuff. In fact, that figurine in front of you, I've been dying to ask you about it. It's exquisite.
What, this statuette?
Yes, it is quite exquisite.
It's an example of late Etruscan bronze work, no doubt cast some 2,200 years ago. I'm not sure how Margarita came to own it, but she's very fortunate. It's almost impossible to find bronzetti of this quality outside a museum. You see, conquered the Etruscans, the ancient Romans melted down thousands upon thousands of statues like this just so they could make coins.
Interesting. Shoot, I wish I had time to hear more.
No. You go on. We can talk more later. Oh, a parcel was just delivered for you. It's by the door.
Thank you.
All right, then I guess I'll go outside and find that parcel. And what happens here? Oh,
Shoot,
I bump into
sorry.
Helena.
Here, I'll get those. You must be my newly arrived roommate. I'm Helena Berg.
Wow, she's got quite the German accent.
All the commotion when I came in last night. My plane got in 3 hours late. No need to worry about waking me up. I can sleep through almost anything.
Oh, the parcel's right there on the table here.
Places to go, so I won't keep you. Oh, by the way, there's a parcel for you in the entryway. Ciao.
All right, let me pick it up. Then I'm gonna go outside, back inside, and talk to Margarita. Okay, I'll go after I talk to Margarita. Then I'll talk to some more to Helena, and then actually I'll go talk to Margarita, and then I'll talk some more to Helena before going out to the bank.
Nancy, you are up. Come talk to me.
Buongiorno. And again, welcome to Carna's Costa. I see you finally decided to get up.
Actually, I've been up for a while.
Good for you. I got up, showered, and came straight up here. If it's the daytime and it's sunny...
She likes
no
to
matter the time
tan
of day,
herself, as you
this is
can
where you will
see,
find me.
figure out,
They say
obviously.
The sun gives you wrinkles and worse. And that may be true, but...
Sun is good, but there is such a thing as too much sun. I mean,
To be tiny is good.
you can always have too much of a good thing.
Do you like it?
Actually, the room is a little more quaint than I thought it would be.
All of Venezia is quaint. Must get used to it. Most tourists think that its decaying walls are what gives the city its charm. You do not mind having a roommate?
Well, sort of, but at least she doesn't snore.
I warned Prudence that you would have to share a room, but she said you had to come to Venezia this week and you had to stay here. And as we both know...
What Prudence wants, Prudence gets.
Have you gone outside the car yet?
Yes, in fact, I have.
Just do not forget to take your key and lock the front door whenever you leave. This is not the Palazzo Grassi, but I do have a
Palazzo Grassi.
valuable pieces of art. And with Il Fantasma, this phantom thief, running around and stealing everything, I prefer not to take any chances.
How long have you lived here?
Almost 2 years. 2 wonderful but very expensive years. The city expects homeowners like me to maintain...
I wonder how much of a careless spendthrift she is.
Everything? We do. The Restoration Council gives us nothing, not one single euro. It is criminal.
You mean you can't afford it?
You missed the point. Just
Yeah, the way
because I
she's
can't afford to
hesitated right there, it sounds like she gave too much away. The principle of the thing.
Principle of the thing. Besides, being rich is something I like. If I am all the time spending money, I will soon be unrich.
I met the guy who's restoring the big mosaic in the main room. He's pretty intense.
Colin Baxter? I do not know how any man can find happiness looking at pieces of painted rock all day. Talking to him, it's like taking a sleeping pill. Que barba. But they say he is good, and so he works for me.
Who are they?
Everyone I know. All my friends own castles like this one. And since something is always in need of repair, we are constantly on the lookout for good workmen. And when we find them, we trade them back and forth like you Americans trade recipes for cookies. Olivia von Hellstein raved about the work he did for her. And what is good enough for the Countess of Schlosselbeck is more than good enough for me.
I'll stop pestering you now.
Ciao. And Nancy, that blouse you are wearing, you should change it.
Okay, before I forget, notice up here in the purse there's 200 euros, and I'm going to have to spend some money, but there are a couple of ways to gain money back, and this here, it's to show what Nancy is currently wearing. Yeah, well, this is just the blouse she woke up wearing, so I don't think I'll change it for a while. I think she's just saying that because she doesn't care for it. All right, so Colin's there and Helena's here.
Hello, Nancy, right? So, how do you like Venice?
Wow, it's incredible.
I think Venice is the most fascinating city in the world. Its history, its art, its layout, everything about it is so rich and so beautiful, and there's so much about human ingenuity. I absolutely love it.
Have you ever thought about living here?
I have indeed. In fact, every time I come here, I make an effort to meet new people. Having friends is very important to me, you see? But I don't want to move here until I can afford my own palazzo. So, until that day, I shall have to content myself with staying here wherever I can and as often as I can.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a journalist. Right now, I live in Hamburg because that's where the offices of Your Welt magazine are. I do most of my writing for them. But I know far more about Venice than I do about Hamburg. In fact, I know more about Venice than most Venetians do. I know where the best souvenir stands are, the nicest glass shops. Here, I'll make you a list of the cheapest cafes.
No, that's okay. You don't need to do that.
You don't want to know where the cheapest cafes are? Are you sure you're American?
I'm just not into touristy things, that's all.
I see.
Oh, but you could tell me what your very favorite spot in Venice is. I'd love to know that.
Oh, well, let me think. That would have to be Campo San Paolo. There's something, I don't know, something very avant-garde.
Okay, so we'll have to check out Campo San
So
Polo.
what do you think about all this phantom thief stuff?
I probably shouldn't say this, but I think it's great. A caped figure darting down walkways beside moonlit canals, melting mist-like into the shadows, escaping not with stolen money, but stolen art. It's all just so wonderfully Venetian.
You condone what he's doing?
No, of course not. It just captures the imagination, that's all. As far as crime sprees go, this one is rather refreshing. Il Fantasma hasn't physically hurt anyone, and has some very interesting ideas when it comes to what's worth stealing. In fact, it's altogether possible this phantom could turn out to be a woman. Whew, that would be a story I'd write for free.
Since you're a journalist and you're right here, aren't you tempted to write a story about this phantom thief person?
As a matter of fact, I am writing a story for Your Welt.
So, have you dug up anything juicy?
This case is so huge, the police are swamped. Apparently, they've got people coming in from all over the world to help track down leads. My contacts at the police station are too busy to give me the time of day, let alone a juicy tip. However, one of my non-police sources just told me something very interesting. He said the word on the street is that the next thing the thief steals is going to be a person.
He's going to kidnap someone?
A very wealthy someone. At least, that's the rumor.
Do you talk to Colin Baxter very much?
I try to talk to him, but he's so focused on his work. Having a decent conversation with him is virtually impossible. Once, out of politeness, I feigned an interest in what he was doing, and the next thing I knew...
He was showing you his Tesserae slides.
Yes! They went on and on and on! It was nightmarish. I felt like a seabird that had landed in an oil slick and couldn't fly away. The only way I could escape was to confess that I found the slides less than fascinating. Which hurt his feelings terribly, I'm afraid. But it couldn't be helped.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me.
The man is obsessed, which is a shame, really. After all, he's not bad looking, and there's a touch of intrigue about him.
What do you mean?
Once, while he was working, his cell phone rang. He immediately left the room to take the call, but as he was leaving, he picked up by saying, "This is Justin." Not Colin, Justin.
He's using a fake name?
Either Justin or Colin. One of them's fake.
Ooh. I'll have to see if I can find out anything about that.
I'll come back later, okay?
It's been a pleasure. Pretty lucky.
Ah, so now she notices
My
the
boyfriend
locket.
gave it to me.
Boyfriend. You do have it all, don't you, Nancy Drew?
Okay, now let's go to the bank. But first I also want to look at this. So chalice, a goblet or some goblet or cup stolen from Convent of Saint Gervais. I think it's over there. Okay, so there are 3. Oh, my mistake. There are 3 ways to travel: by foot, gondola, and what's it? Water boats. Oh, the red lines. Gondolas, you can, when you transport those, they can be for free, or you are charged with riding them. I'll give an example when I have to travel that way.
This kiosk could come in handy if I ever need any reference books.
And I do need some reference books and a few other items here. Euro Welts, so that's what Helena wrote for. Oh, this has an important clue. The Sassy Detective magazine. Alright, here's a German-English dictionary. I don't think I can purchase anything else here just yet. I mean, I can later, but not yet. This is something I need to get for something that'll come up later. Alright, let's see what it says. Bank of Gold. Well, that's with that heading, it's obvious. Let's take a look at this here. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna need to know how to unlock a lock. And that's what I'll use one of her bobby pins for. Okay.
I need a card.
Hey. So this is from the GDIF, who Nancy is helping. Provided with a pair of binoculars and a PDA, and I'll be watching from the car Antonio Fongo, a suspect in the thefts. When he's in his office, the PDA will beep, letting me know that I have to watch him. That's what it says, the PDA, like a pager. All right, now let me see where else there is to explore before I do that. Okay. So black lines are by feet. V are water boats, which you take for free as well. But then blue lines are gondolas. If it's Luigi, means it's free. But then the rest you have to pay for. And if you listen, when you take these ones, you also listen to like the people singing. And there's, I think, 6 different kinds. And if you listen to all of them, you'll get an award at the end. But since I'm traveling on a budget and I don't really want to waste time listening to the singers. Okay, let me take the dictionary. Recycling. I'm gonna buy this. It's like a insect sprayer because I can use it to buy something later. And this is important. It says we buy flowers. So I'm going to see if I can find some flowers to make some extra money. If you try all the gelato flavors, you'll get an award. Let me show you a quick way you can save money by save money and try all the flavors. You get a max of 4 scoops on one. Right. I should get that. And it's also here that you can get an Easter egg. If you choose the flavors that correspond to the colors of the Italian flag here, like I just did, there's the egg in my inventory. All right, back to business. Let's check out Campo San Polo, which is what Helena told us is her favorite spot. Oh, notice that in this game that the arrow will turn green because it gives you a chance where you can scavenge for money on the streets. If you find a lot of money, you'll get an award at the end, but this is one award that I've never gotten yet because it's hard to do. It's like, it's never the same. Dancers wanted. Well, let's check out what's going on here.
If you're here for the dance audition, take a look at the dance instruction book. When you think you're ready, put the cat suit on and get on stage. If you're good enough, you can keep the suit and come by anytime you want and dance some tips. Oh, if you're not here for the audition, beat it.
All right. Yes, I do need to do this because the suit that I'm using for dancing will come in handy much later. And so dance instructions, when you listen to the music, like they'll make sounds that you have to press the color that associates with that sound. And most of these are pretty easy to do. Once I've done this repeatedly, I know which of the sound cues are coming, and ones like the whistle, the buzzer, the siren, and the clapping hands are the most common. The bell, the other two, the bell and the ocarina, is that how you say it, are a lot less common. So, and after you successfully dance through, you can keep the costume and you can come back and dance for more tips, so you can earn money that way.
And a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so I can remember this cue, and I should know which sound cue is coming. I think it's this one when it.
Incredible! You go, girl.
Okay, it's the clapping hands. So notice the meter filling up. If you can fill it up more than halfway, then you succeed and get to keep the costume. Because the more praise you get, the faster you fill it up.
Great job. Still some rough edges though, so take that costume home and practice. What's your name?
Nancy?
Nancy. Forget it. From now on, your name's Punchy LaRue.
But
Next.
Punchy LaRue. That was the name of Bessa's voice actress in the final scene. I forgot to show one other sound cue that I had done, but is more common than the others. So there's 7 in all. The laser, that's it. It's the bell and ocarina sounds that are a lot less common, but usually you know when it's coming because you see that color associated with the sound light up somewhere on the stage. So that's, it's hard for me to explain how I know it all, but just practice makes perfect, and I know when the cues are coming. The more I do this, and I remember the song, the musical pieces playing, and then the sounds that associated with them that are coming. Let me see, what does this say? Dreamtronics, Antonio Fongo owner, but...
looks like I'm going to have to pick this lock somehow.
And so then I'll go into Nancy's room and into her stuff where the bobby pins are, because I had to look at this first, and the Sassy Detective magazine, in order to pick up a bobby pin. What's going on there? Whoa! That vase, I wonder if, was that accidental or intentional? Pager. So now Fongo's in his office.
Time to go to work.
Okay, time to go to to the roof of the car and spy on Fango. So when it beeps like that, now it's lighting up. It's to alert him that he's in his office. Now, where was that? Oh, where was that? Where did that urn come from? Or that, was it an urn or a vase? Oh. So now I'll pick up my binoculars. And so you see it turned red here. So it'll show where I can see Fango in his office at the Argonne. But Margarita's here, so she notices I'm standing here with the binoculars.
What are you doing?
So you can opt what to say to her. Of course, if you say you're spying on someone, she doesn't believe Nancy, but you can say the others. But I'm going to say bird watching, just to humor her.
Bird watching. It's one of my hobbies.
You Americans always busy doing something. Get annoying.
All right, so it seems like nothing's happening, but we have to keep our watch on him until we see something vital happen. Oh, a pigeon.
This looks interesting.
Huh, could it be a trained pigeon?
I better go somewhere private and report this.
Ciao, this is Nancy Drew.
Yes, is this Detective Liberace?
Si, but please, to you I am just Sophia.
I'll remember that, Sophia.
You have something to report?
I think so. While I was watching Bongo, a pigeon flew to the window outside. Bongo got up from his desk, went over to the window, and took something off the pigeon's leg. Something very small.
He removed something from the pigeon's leg. You are positive?
Yes, he removed something, kind of studied it, then left the office.
Maybe he is using a trained pigeon to communicate with someone. Yes, this could be true, because we know that by phone he talks to almost no one. Here is what we will do. I will deliver to you a tracking device. You will sneak into Fango's office when he is not there and feed it to the pigeon. After that, you can use your PDA to see in what direction it is flown.
You want me to feed a tracking device to a pigeon?
It will be very, very tiny. But I do not want to leave it at the ATM. If you go there too much, people will get suspicious. So we will leave it for you in the costume store in Campo Santa Maria Formosa. It will be hidden among the things there. You will have to find it.
How will I know what it looks like?
Very soon, I will send a picture of it to your PDA. But you must locate the device quickly. If you do not find it in time, it will destroy itself. If that happens, we will hide another device. Your PDA will show you where we have hidden it.
You want me to feed a tracking device that self-destructs to a pigeon?
But the self-destruct mechanism will automatically deactivate when you pick it up. And do not worry. The device will not hurt the pigeon after it is swallowed.
And I'll be able to track it using my PDA. Sounds like this thing is going to come in very handy.
It is from the GDIF. Military equipment is good.
Well, guess I'm on my way to Campo Santa Maria Formosa.
After you have fed the tracking device to the pigeon, you must do two things. You must find out where the pigeon goes when it leaves Bongo, and you must discover what it is carrying. Call me when you know these things. You are good to help us, Nancy. We are very short-handed. Carnevale keeps the place very busy.
I'll do my best. Ciao.
Okay, now that I'm here in my room, if I walk closer, I'll get a phone call from Prudence.
Hello?
Hello, is this Nancy?
Miss Rutherford. Yes, it's Nancy. How are you?
To be honest, I'm rather peeved. Will you or will you not call me just as soon as you are settled in there at the car?
I'm sorry. I should have called, but I've been very busy.
And I've been very worried. I was afraid Margarita had allowed my beloved kindness ghost to fall into such a state of disrepair that it was no longer fixable.
Oh, no. The car is fine.
Oh, that's a relief. So, how goes the case? Captain Brassica said he was going to send you a parcel. Has it arrived?
Yes, it sure has.
Good.
I'm a superhero or anything. Like I told you, I just like solving mysteries.
Just see that you solve this one in a timely fashion, dear. We leave on a cruise in 2 weeks, and I shan't be able to enjoy a second of it until
Shit, I don't usually hear that word these days.
I get the feeling Margarita's not real happy about my staying here at the car.
That is just tough tiddlywinks. Putting you up is the least she can do for me after all I've done for her.
Just what have you done for her?
I made the mistake of helping her pay for some of the repairs that reared their ugly little heads after I sold her the car. I did so not because of any legal obligation, but because of my abiding affection for the place and all things Venetian. She is such a cheapskate. I feared she would ignore what had to be done until the car crumbled into ruins.
How did she get to be such a cheapskate?
When her husband died, he left Margarita everything, which amounted to a small fortune. What he didn't leave her, however, was even the slightest clue as to what to do with it. And now, after years of bad investments and wasteful spending, she's starting to feel the pinch. But I'm afraid it's my erstwhile residence there in Venezia that must pay the price for her fiscal ineptitude.
I'll let you get back to whatever it is you're doing.
As it happens, I'm writing my memoirs. They shall be called The Principles of Prudence.
A nice alliterated title.
By hiring an assistant. You really must stop thinking bad thoughts about Ginger. Yes, you are. Just look how she's shaking. The other day, poor Ginger mistook the shapeless lump of leather my assistant called her purse for a doggy toy and ripped it to shreds. She's still a bit perturbed. Although, believe you me, Ginger did her a massive favor. Anyway, if you ever cannot reach me, it means we are hard at work. The bonne chance.
I think that means good luck. Okay, let's go to the Campo Santa Maria Formosa to get that pill. And I've got to hurry. Okay. There it is. Now, let's go, let me go, to Fongo's office. So I can feed it to the pigeon. That's what I needed that bird feed for. And, oh, I don't have bobby pins, so I gotta go back and get that. Okay, it's right here. All right. All right, so it has to be leveled so that all these parts, they're aligned with each other. Okay, but when I move some, they're going to move others. Oh, perfect. Okay, there's the pigeon. So I'm going to put the feed down and the pill, too, in the mix so that it has a chance of getting eaten up. Okay. Uh-oh.
Gosh, Bongo's coming back.
So now I have to hide in his closet here before he opens the door. Phew! Otherwise, it's second chance for me. And if I I think there's a second chance if I didn't pick up the tracking device, the bug, in time, because it would self-destruct, as Sophia said. Oh, that was close. Could have seen her. Ah, so now because it swallowed the bug, the PDA is lighting up because of the track. It's taken off, so it's showing where it's gone. Okay, let me step out of here. Oh, that's it. Why did it fall down? Hey, look, there are some masks crossed out and others that aren't. Okay, now that he's gone, let me just take a quick look around his office. Hey, I think that's one of the masks on the poster. Is it Il Capitano? Oh. Well, let's see what this has to say. Looks like he's played chess with someone else before. Oh, look, well, I can't pick it up, but those look like Sorpresa chocolates that were shown that by the kind of chocolates that Rick got by Lillian in Stay Tuned for Danger. Let's see what's in these drawers. Hey, a miniature version of that robot in Richard Topham's house in Secret of the Old Clock. These other drawers just have some random items, although there is something... in here, though, it's something vital.
Looks like some cards are missing.
Huh. Hey, it looks like... Oh, that'll wind up, play the whole music. Hey, that looks... I was trying to finish saying that looks like Rolf Kessler horse from the Haunted Carousel. Just like that little one that Nancy has back on her desk at home. Okay, so is this... are these musical notes, this order of them, going to be important later? Oh, yes, indeed. But there's nothing else I can do here. We gotta find where the pigeon is. Ooh. Some kind of binary code. Or codes. Oh, the dictionary can also translate some of these. Okay, I gotta find where the pigeon is. Now... Okay, it's pointing this direction, and this looks like a new place that lit up. If you can see what looks like an eyeball on these places, means you can go up get up close to them. Up close and personal, you could say. Okay, now I gotta find the right pigeon. If I remember, yes, I think it had a green around its neck and yellow legs.
Gotcha.
All right.
Hello?
Hello?
What kind of message is that? I better call...
I think there's more to this message than meets the eye, literally. As you'll find out in a moment. What I mean.
Nancy, you have tracked the pigeon.
After it left Bongos, it flew to Campo Santa Margarita. It landed right next to this place called Casa de Giochi.
Casa de Giochi. You are sure?
Yeah? Is something wrong?
Casa de Giochi is a private club owned by Enrico Tazza. The police suspect that he sends his stolen goods for big criminals like Leo Macchiano. Bongo is working for the Phantom. Perhaps Tazza is working for him too. Look around the Casa de Giochi, Nancy. Talk to Tazza if you can. Get on his good side. See how much you can find out without making him suspicious. Was the pigeon carrying a message?
Yes, but all it says is hello in English, followed by an exclamation point.
There is a dot at the bottom of this exclamation point.
Yeah?
You must find a microscope and examine this dot, Nancy. Fongo was sending a message to Tatsa. Maybe it's hidden there.
That's what I meant. You need a microscope to look up closer at this, so there's more to this message than meets the naked eye, you could say. Oh, what a great joke. Alright. Now, see there? It's an example of finding loose change on the streets. Okay, I think I'm not going to find any more here right now. You have to come back later to find, if you want to find more, but it's not, I can't find all of them and change in all places I go. Now, if I try to go in here now,
I see from the way you are dressed, you are American. Who are you?
My name is Nancy Drew.
This is a private club. You cannot come in. Sorry.
I'm denied entrance. So I'm going to have to find another way to get in. But let's look around here. Could Enrico be in league with the Phantom somehow, like Antonio Fongo is suspected to be? Random items. Oh, those look like flippers that I saw in the hideout in Danger and Deception Island, that little sea cave. Oh, that criminal record. Colin has a criminal record, and so his real name is Justin. Let's see what else there is to see. Oh, the head of glory from the Haunted Carousel. Huh, what's this? Okay. I think that's it. Alright, let me go back to the car and ask Colin if I can use his microscope to look at this message. Another package? Oh, you know what? I didn't look at those close up at the chocolates at Fongo's office. I want to go check it out. Because that package says something. There we go. Just hope he doesn't come back yet. Oh, here we go. Okay, so looks like he uses chocolates for communication purposes too. So if I look at, now that I've looked at that, I want to go back to the car quickly and see if I can translate that message. So that's the chocolate identifier, and so when I look at here, the chocolates are arranged: caramella, oro, pralina, anise, sambusco, anise, or I don't know, say anise, fruto, elegant. And so what they're, take the first letters of each of those chocolates and they spell out Coppa Safe. What is that asking? Cup Safe? As in the chalice of Saint Gervais from this newspaper article right here? Oh, so does that mean Fongo is part of it? I forgot to say earlier that it looks like because of those... Okay, I'll pick up when this ends.
Yikes, they're talking about me. I shouldn't listen. But I'm going to anyway.
There, see? She doesn't strike me as a type. I'm a bit of a paint washer myself. Just this morning I saw a flock of ibises near San Giorgio. I was first at the party once by a bird who was the name Red.
Red Knot, the bird watcher, and Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. That's why I chose for Nancy to say bird watcher. I wanted to mention this.
I apologize for the trouble to you. If you bother you tell me and I will tell her. Oh, she's fine. She's quite fine, actually. If you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Okay, so what I was saying is that because there are some of those masks on the poster in Fongo's office that were not crossed off, it looks like what it's implying that the Phantom is not simply one thief stealing these goods, but is a member of a theft ring led by someone named Il Dottore, who is what's at the center of the poster, meaning that person must be the ringleader of this crime ring. So that's what the chocolates are for. It's a message to Il Dottore. So it has to be one of these three people at the car.
Hello, Nancy.
Would it be okay if I used your microscope?
I have a very strict policy when it comes to my equipment. No one touches it but me. And now, you. I trust you, Nancy. Please, be my guest.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a look. Got to put the paper under here. Il Dottore, requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556. Okay, before I forget, I bought that smoker, this device, because I can spray the wasps here and sell the flowers.
Would it be alright if I picked some flowers?
Go ahead. Oh, this is got to them from a plantation in Hawaii.
The Healy Healy Research Center from Creature of Kapu Cave. Alright. Oh, this is just like the wasps in the previous puzzle. I mean, the previous game, Legend of the Crystal Skull. But there are far fewer wasps here to buzz. Or were they bees? I really don't know. So I can sell those to get some extra money. And I'm gonna go to the market, take them there. Okay.
Hello?
Nancy, I do not hear from you. Have you examined the microdot the pigeon was carrying?
Yes, I have. Sorry, I should have called. Anyway, the message, which was written in English, said Il Dottore requests you to change the safe room lock combination to 43556.
Il Dottore?
Yes, which is really interesting because in his office, Fongo has a poster of Commedia dell'arte masks. He's crossed out all but 5 of the masks, and among the ones that aren't crossed out...
Okay, and here's where Nancy and Sophia come to the conclusion that Il Dottore is the leader of a crime ring. The leader of a crime ring of which the Phantom is a member.
In the middle, like it was more important than the others. And when I went back to the place where I'm staying, a box of chocolates had just been delivered for someone named Il Dottore, which means it's very possible that Il Dottore is one of the people at Bacana Scosta. And I saw a similar box of chocolates in Fongo's office. I think he's the one who sent them.
Perhaps Fongo and the Phantom and whoever else they are working with are going by the names of Commedia dell'arte characters. This would make it easier to secretly communicate with each other. If that's true, perhaps those chocolates are a message of some kind. And this Il Dottore was at the center of that poster you saw. Perhaps the person the message was meant for is the ringleader.
Yep.
Just what I was thinking.
Here is what we will do. I will have a technician hide tracking devices and objects these people are likely to carry around with them. Then, when we know which of them is Il Dottore, we will activate the appropriate device and be able to follow him.
Awesome. Let's see. Helena's always writing, so for her I could plant a bug in her pen maybe. And Margarita is always sunning herself, so you could hide a bug for her in a sunglasses case. But for Colin, you could bug a mosaic tile. You know, a tessera.
He's likely to carry a mosaic tile on his person.
If it's from me, he will. Long story.
This is good information, Nancy. I will have our technician prepare the two bugged objects and the device which you will hide in the pen, then leave them for you in the Banca dell'Oro ATM. You should give them to each person as soon as you get them.
Will do. Keep your fingers crossed.
My fingers are always crossed.
All right, I'll go to the bank and pick those up. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. This is the right place.
I need a card.
Right. Let's see if there's anything new to get. Okay. Okay, I want to go here now because what it's not mentioned explicitly that since as Nancy herself can't get into the Casa dei Giochi, she is going to have to impersonate Samantha Quick from that letter we got, and what it describes what she looks like, what she'll be wearing. So Sophia said we have to get on his good side. So I think I could call her to tell her about it, but we have to impersonate her by buying the white gloves, the red dress, and this blonde wig. And I already bought sunglasses, so I should be ready. Oh, Fongo's in his office. I better hurry back there. But I also, I want to stop at the market to drop off these flowers. Because I can't pick more flowers again until I've dropped these off. All right. Okay, let me go to the roof. Okay, Helena's not here.
I'm too far away to see anything.
Okay, I think he's probably gotten a new message. This one from that, probably from Enrico, because we intercepted the message that, we intercepted the message that he sent, that he's just sending him a new one with that pigeon. But we don't need to do anything now with the pigeon. Well, now that I'm here, let's
Hello again. You always wear that lock.
let's give her the sunglass case that's bugged.
My boyfriend gave it to me just before I left.
I should have known. That explains why it is so ordinary. Which is not a bad thing. It is just that, well, when one lives in Venezia, one becomes so used to true beauty that anything less tends to stand out like dirt on a white rug.
Are you aware that Colin Baxter once spent time in prison for art theft?
How do you know this?
I did a little field research. His real name is Justin Beaumont. So you know about his past?
His past is not important. I believe everyone deserves a second chance because I am very open-minded. But my friends, most of them are not. If they knew, Colin would never find work in Venezia again. So please, Nancy, you must keep what you know to yourself.
My roommate, Helena Berg, does she stay here a lot?
This is the first time. I met her at a party which Rosetta Del Bene gave. When Elena found out where I lived, she practically begged me to let her stay here. And with Rosetta standing right there, well, I could not say no.
Why was she so insistent about staying here?
She said it was because the Nas Costa is so centrally located. which it is. Okay. But I think it was because I am so centrally located. She's what you call a social client. Always asking me about parties, when they are, where they are.
If you say I'm running kind of low on euros, she's not going to lend any money, so I just have to get some myself.
Che schifo. The upper class of Venezia is closed to outsiders. Elena is full of voglio, this is true, but she will never be one of them. Us.
Who is Il Dottore?
Dottore means doctor. What doctor are you talking about?
There's a box of chocolates downstairs for Il Dottore.
Someone must have left them here by mistake.
Has anything else for Il Dottore ever been delivered here?
I am up here all day. Something gets delivered, something does not get delivered. I do not know. I do not care.
Will you be dressing up in a costume for Carnevale?
Altro che. I have fallen in love with Commedia dell'arte. So this year I will dress up as my favorite character, the big-nosed, nasty Pulcinella. He and I are so opposite, no one will ever guess it is me.
I saw this case and thought you might like it to keep your sunglasses in.
You are giving me a gift? You do not have to do this, Nancy, but I like gifts. And this one, it is very nice. Grazie.
All right.
I'll talk to you later.
Good, good.
Now, Helena's not here, so I'll just put the bug, I think, in her pen. But since Colin's here, I'll go ahead and give him the tesserae.
Hello, Nancy.
Do you know who that box of chocolates in the entryway is for?
No, I didn't really look at it because I assumed it was for you. It's not?
No, it's for someone named Il Dottore.
Oh, I was afraid. I assumed they were from that.
Yeah, he
book.
smiled when he said, "It's not."
Il Dottore. Wonder who that could be.
What are you going to be for Carnevale this year?
Working, that's what I'm going to be. I haven't been invited to any festivities, which is just as well because I detest costumes. So to Carnevale, I say, bah humbug.
I came across this tessera and thought you might like it.
It's quite beautiful. All the more because it came from you. Thank you, Nancy. I shall treasure it.
Do you live here at the Cobb?
No, I have a room in a building on the other side of the Grand Canal. A very small room. But I spend so much time here and so little time there, I suppose technically I do live here.
I should be running along.
What's his name?
What's whose name?
The bloke who gave you that locket you're wearing.
Oh, Ned.
Goodbye, Nancy.
All right. And since Helena's not here, I can take a moment to look at her notes with my German dictionary. Okay, here's the bug. Put it in the pen. Okay, I need to put that back. Oh, she's met Sunny June. Hot darn. Previous deputy curator at Beach Hill and Manette's last assistant. Nancy was his immediate successor both times. Weirdest American ever. Glasses forever. Halfway down nose. Unnaturally colored hair, green and pink that day. Oh, Harmut Krollmeister. I don't know which game exactly. Maybe it was, maybe 6. Secret of the Scarlet Hand. Krollmeister makes everything and he seen or mentioned in some form of each game ever since, or his products is what I mean. That in Secret of the Scarlet Hand, that spectro analyzer. That was Krollmeister, made by Krollmeister, for example. I think that was the first game that mentioned his products, his name and his products. So she's written about the people she's met so far here. Colin Baxter, boring, 3 words best described. Boring, boring, and boring. Nancy, teenagers, Nascosta, it's Prudence Rutherford. Where's Lockett? Too wholesome, not for Mr. Boring. Lockett man has rival. Alright, now let me change to impersonate Samantha Quick and see if I can converse with Enrico. Okay. Shoes aren't necessarily important, but it's probably best to wear these. It's look more formal. White gloves. Okay. All right. It's like they say, every little bit helps, so it would be for this in this case too.
What is your name?
Samantha Quick.
You are early, but please come in. Rico is at the scopa table.
Oh, here he is.
Sono Enrico Tazza. Benvenuta a Venezia.
I'm sorry, but if it's all right with you, I'd prefer to speak English.
Of course, whatever you wish.
Well, it's obviously said welcome to Venice.
Surprise. I wasn't expecting you until after
Carnevale.
Carnival.
I know, but I just can't wait to get started.
So, you're not only young and attractive, but enthusiastic as well. Tell me more about yourself, Samantha.
Well, I'm from the States, as you can tell, and I'm going to school in Switzerland. And now I'm here. And I think that's all that matters, don't you? Because frankly, telling my life story to someone wearing a mask is just a little too freaky for me.
I understand. Besides, having never met you before, I would have no way of knowing if what you tell me is a lie or the truth. I always wear the same costume for Carnival. Why? Because I'm a very superstitious man. I believe that always doing things a certain way brings good fortune. For instance, I never discuss business with anyone unless and until that person beats me at a game of Scopa. Are you familiar with the game?
Never heard of it.
It's a card game, very popular in Venice. We play it with the traditional Italian deck of 40 cards. There are 4 suits in a Scopa deck. Coins, cups...
And it's the
swords,
coins that are
and
most vital in
so
this
has 10
game.
cards. 7, the most valuable cards.
Yeah, 7. Lucky 7,
5,
obviously.
4, 3, 2, and ace. There
Coins are
also
most important,
3
especially the
cards.
first
Valet,
7.
Knight. King. When you are taking tricks during the game, each card is worth what it says, with a valet worth 8, a knight 9, and a king 10. However, for scoring at the end of the game, 7s are the most valuable, followed by 6s, aces, 5s, 4s, 3s, 2s, then all face cards. For scoring, these are called primes. To play the game, 3 cards are dealt to each player, then 4 cards are placed face up in the play area. If 3 kings appear, the cards are redealt. The player who did not deal the cards goes first. When it is your turn, you must play 1 card and 1 card only from your hand. Now, you have a 2, and there is a 2 in the play area. So you will play your 2 and take a trick. I discard a valet worth 8. You cannot make a match, so you discard your 3. I discard the 2. Now, because you have a knight in your hand, which is worth 9, and there is a 6 and a 3 in the play area, 6 plus 3 equals 9, which means you have a match and you take a trick. I discard my ace, and because we are both out of cards, I deal us both 3 more cards. Ah, you have a 7 in your hand. You also have an ace, which is worth 1, a 4, and a 2 in the play area, which add up to 7. But there is also a 7 in the play area. So, which do you match with your 7? The 3 cards that add up to 7, or the 7? The rules say when presented with such a choice, you must take the trick by collecting a single card. And so, you match your 7 card with the 7 card in the play area and take a trick. I make a match with the valet and take a trick. You have yet another 7 in your hand. Now, you match it with the ace, the 4, and the 2 and take a trick. And since you have taken the last card in the play area, you say Scopa and get the point. We continue to play by discarding and taking tricks until all 40 cards have been played. At that point, we count the points we have won by taking tricks and getting scopas. The first person to get 11 or more points wins. If no one has 11 or more points, the deck is shuffled. The other person deals, and we play another round. Are you ready to play?
You bet.
All right, so I'm got one here to match up. It's always important the first 7 cards, but most especially for the coins, are the most important for earning the highest number of points. Oh, I don't want to discard this. Ooh. Could I take this? Yes.
You cannot
All
take
right.
several cards with a card in your hand if a similar card is on the table.
All right. Ooh. Ooh, I could just take that too. Uh,
We've played all our cards. You took the last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table.
all right.
You get
Wow,
1
that puts
point
me in
for
good
having the
standing
most
so far.
tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
And no
No
points
points
for
for
him.
Now,
No
let's add
scopas,
up
unfortunately,
each
but
card's worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks, so I get 1 point.
uh, Ooh, hopefully I get a scopa here.
Scopa.
Uh, rats.
Scopa.
Scopa.
You took the last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table.
No points for me.
I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. I have the most valuable tricks,
so I get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scopas.
Uh,
Scopa.
Scopa!
I took the last trick, so I get all the cards remaining on the table. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. I get 1 point for having the most tricks. I get 1 point for having the 7 of coins. Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. We both have the same number of valuable tricks, so no one gets a point. And lastly, we score the scopas.
Scopa! Scopa!
I took the last trick, so I get all the cards remaining on the table. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
No points for you.
Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the scopas. Congratulations.
all right, I win.
You won. And because you beat me, we can finally talk business. I have a client who desires the Phantom of Venice sapphire.
I didn't talk much during this because I was worried I may have to replay it and cut out dialogue that I had already said. And I had cut out the first roll one I did where I lost, and I didn't want to include that in this walkthrough, so I'm just showing you what I won here.
Of course.
But I tried to explain the rules.
Said to be largest and most beautiful star sapphire in all of Europe.
But it's always the first 7 cards that are the most vital in adding up scores, especially in how many points you get. Especially especially the coins, but the 7 of coins is most vital.
Ever devised. Even someone with your youthful energy and talent will find stealing it a challenge. Which is why I suggest you contact Gina as soon as possible.
Gina, good idea.
The more time you give her, the more details on the system she will be able to give you. There, business is over. Back to pleasure. Do you have time for another game of Scope, huh?
No, I'd better get going.
Good luck, Samantha. As soon as you have the sapphire, bring it to me.
Okay, Gina was someone from Fongo's contacts in his email that I looked through on his laptop. So we are going to have to play chess with her on his computer for it. So first let me go to the Plaza San Marco to get see if I can get a book about chess that's being sold there. So I know the rules to play, for instance, it'll be on the computer rather than an actual chess set. Hope I have enough money. Okay. So I'll go back to the car and look it over. In fact, there's some other things I want to do while I'm there. Well, I should go to his office, Fongo's office, but I will shortly. There's something I want to do here first. In fact, I'm going to look at the magazine here. Here's the article she wrote about Leo Macchiano, another criminal. But I also came back because there's something here that I wanted to
Interesting flavor.
Ooh, listen, did you hear that funny sound? It made like burping at it. Well, watch what happens when I go outside.
Not feeling so good. Nancy? Are you alright?
Oh my gosh, you're positively green.
Oh, wow. Those sausages must have been very bad.
Oh, I should so not have eaten these sausages.
Did Colin really send them, though?
Well, you certainly look better than the last time I saw you. What happened?
I made the mistake of eating the sausages that someone left for me. Apparently they were as nasty as they looked.
That's terrible. Who would have left sausages for you?
The note that was with them said they were from Colin.
Colin? You'd think someone who can see a flaw in a tiny little tile from 3 meters away would be able to pick out decent sausages. Anyway, the good news is, whatever was in those sausages didn't do you any permanent harm. You're back to your cute, spunky teenage self.
What made you decide to stay here this trip?
I met Margarita at a party last October, and when she heard I was going to need a place to stay when I made this trip, she practically begged me to stay here.
She begged you?
Did she ever? She's lonely and quite insecure. She wants to believe she has lots of friends in high places, but they're not her friends, not really. And I think deep down she knows that, poor thing.
I read the article you wrote in Eurovelt magazine, the one about the Leo Macchiano trial.
That was one of 6 articles I wrote about the trial. I could have written 6 more, it was so fascinating.
What made it so fascinating?
The crime ring Macchiano ran, the more testimony I heard regarding its inner workings, the more impressed with it I became. Every heist was so well planned, and the role of everyone in his organization was so well delineated that Marciano was the only one who knew who everyone was and what everyone did.
There was no second in command?
No need for one. And Marciano never wrote anything down. Name, function, even what everyone was to be paid. He kept it all in his head. That's why Enrico Tazza, the man rumored to have been in charge of safeguarding the goods Marciano stole, that's why he went free. The stolen goods were never found, and there was nothing to link him to Marciano or anyone else in his organization. Unfortunately for Marciano, one of his underlings cheated one of his underlings, who decided to get even by going to the police. Still, it took them 2 years to collect enough evidence to bring Marciano to trial. And even though he was sent to prison, his conviction is being appealed and could eventually be overturned.
In the meantime, it looks like the void he left behind is being filled by this phantom thief guy.
Indeed. Marciano always eliminated his competition one way or the other. So this phantom, he is... How do you Americans put it?
He's making hay while the sun shines.
Ganz genau.
Does Leo Macchiano have a family?
He has a wife and 3 kids. Not that that makes him any less of a criminal.
How old are the kids?
2 teenagers and 1 toddler. If you're thinking that perhaps one of them is upholding the family tradition in the persona of Il Fantasma, that's extremely unlikely.
Is it possible that the Phantom is, or used to be, part of Macchiano's crime ring?
No. The Phantom is obviously an expert in what he does. He would have been very high up in the organization, in which case he would have been arrested along with everyone else. And that means he wouldn't be stealing art. He'd be stealing food from the prison kitchen.
What else can you tell me about Enrico Tazza?
Not much. Now that Marciano's in jail, he's back to just being the owner of a local card parlor. Why do you ask?
I was just curious.
As they say, old habits die hard. Tazza could still be doing something illegal, but if he is, it would be small potatoes compared to what he was doing for Marciano.
Do you have a Carnivale costume yet?
No, but I have been invited to several parties, so I'm definitely going to get one. I've got this strange urge to dress up as a cat.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Come back anytime.
All right, let's go to Fongo's place. First I want to look at the chess book. Okay, it's this diagram that'll explain to me how to play chess on the computer. And what I'll have to spell out to play chess is Zatir. That's where, that's what Tatsa explained to me. I need to contact Gina to get me what I need to break into the Palazzo Zatir. So I'm gonna have to spell out Zatir or Palazzo Zatir on the chess, using the chess notations. I'll show you how then when I get in there. But no sooner do I go in, I think,
Oh shoot, Fongo's on his way.
then he's coming back. Phew! That was close. Okay, now if you remember, looks like Gina is Scaramuccia, and since this is the mask that was on Fongo's computer, so he must be Il Capitano in this theft ring. Brigella is the Phantom. So that's why I used Il Capitano That's his password to get into the computer because it's that picture. Okay, so chess, I'm gonna have to do Scaramuccia, play with Gina, who is Scaramuccia. So what I'm gonna have to type in using the keyboard is Zatir. And what I do is, this tells me what letters to use, and based on choosing, and it doesn't matter what you choose to play as, pawn, queen, king, bishop, what you do is then start it, like if I'm going to choose pawn to make it easy, start with P, and then each letter which is coded as such, since I have to start Zatir, refers to the letter at the top here, which is the codes are written out for each letter, 2 letters and a number. So Zatir, I have to spell out, if I'm going to use P, as P B, because it's the top letter of the column in which the Z is here, and then because this is, since it's all the way down here, that refers to where I am from the, how far I am from the bottom. So what is, for example, Z will be PB1, since I'm PB, B, so you, second letters refer to what are ones right here, and then the numbers, how far the letter needed in the word I'm going to type out is close to the, how many spaces it is from the bottom. So using that in mind, that as the guide, Zatir, I will PB1.
Z.
Okay. And A will be PA4, because A is in the same spot as the column that begins at the top, and 4 is how many spaces it is from the bottom.
A.
T, which I'll use twice, that'll be PD2.
T. T.
PE4.
E.
R, PB2,
R.
and PE4.
E.
All right. Okay, leave from information in the recycling bin at the market. So I could spell out Palazzo Zatir or just Zatir, and I chose this because it's faster. All right, so now that I know something is going to be happening the next day, I can finally have Nancy go to sleep. If I tried to earlier, it wouldn't, she won't let me. The other card is missing. But I'm also going to see if I can get see if Cullen was the one behind sending those sausages. Huh, Margarita's not here. Wonder what this says. Okay. So it doesn't, handwriting doesn't match. Oh, it's the German dictionary. Oh, now he's gone. Well, before I do that, I can also, yeah, check for the against the handwriting. And now that Cullen's gone, I can, it is him. I will admit that. He'll deny it first if I ask him, but now I've got proof here that it's him.
It's the same as the handwriting on the note that came with the sausages, which means Colin sent them.
All right, so I'm gonna put Nancy to bed, but before I do, I want to show you that you can have her go to the bathroom.
I'll bring that
Buena town in a high. That was not sung by her, but that's the song from Message in a Haunted Mansion, and that's what I wanted to point out. If you have her go to the bathroom a lot, you could get an award for it. And when she goes in, our heroine emerges from the tomb like a manatee, like a mermaid from the sea, said by Alejandra at the end of Secret of the Scarred Hand. That's what I'm trying to say here, is that Nancy will say things, quotes from previous games. Wonder who that could be.
Hello? Do what again? Who is this?
Samantha?
But who are you? Where are you? How did you know it was me?
Good question. Too bad I'm not going to answer them. Just finish up and go back to Riverside, Nancy. Oh, and say hi to Ned for me.
Who is she?
All right, now I'll put Nancy to bed.
Some sleep.
Oh my gosh, the Phantom. Is she wearing a face mask?
Your locket's gone. I know. He took it.
And the police found nothing? No fingerprints or microfibers or DNA or TNT or whatever it is they're always reaching around for these days?
They didn't find a thing, and they were here for hours. They're not even sure how he got in.
This is highly disturbing, Nancy. I sent you over there to unmask this villain, not to be victimized by him.
Believe me, Miss Rutherford, after what happened last night, I'm more determined than ever to catch this guy.
Well, having that trinket torn from your neck seems to have brought out the pluck in you. Whereas having that figurine stolen from the piano nobile seems to have brought out the greed in Margarita. When I reminded her that her insurance company would reimburse her for its loss, she was downright giddy. Oh, good heavens, someone call the police!
What's wrong? Are you all right?
I mean the fashion police, dear. You should see what my assistant decided to wear today. Definitely not a minette originale. What in the world is on your head? Oh, please get off, you're scaring Ginger. Thank heaven she came in the back door. If the neighbors saw, oh, the scandal. Enough tomfoolery. Off with you, Nancy. That rogue has stolen quite enough. I insist you find him forthwith. Toodaloo!
Why do you say that? It's not my fault that figurines were stolen.
This could be interesting.
It most certainly is. You left the door unlocked. But I most certainly did not. You were the last one to leave last night. I always lock the door. It's part of my routine. So just don't blame someone else so you won't expire. Since you're not about to blame Nancy. Indeed, I am not. So glad her locket was stolen. Aren't you? Don't be ridiculous. Your fun is being ridiculous. Interesting Chinese pattern box. Where is it?
Oops, there goes my pager.
Hey, what's this? It's one of those Scopa cards. The Phantom must have dropped it. Oh, Margarita's there?
Oh, that's Margarita. What's she doing there?
All right. Now let's go to the market. See what Gina left for me. Here it is. Hi. Another microdot, perhaps. Another inspection under the microscope in order, I suppose. Alright, let's take a look. Uh-oh. Bulb's out.
Uh-oh. Your microscope isn't working. I can't see anything.
It was working fine a minute ago. How could you break it, Nancy? Something so vital to my work, so critical. How could you be so careless?
I'm pretty sure it's just a burned out bulb.
Oh. Well, I'll just have to find you another one. In the meantime, why don't you have a go at the mosaic? Use the tesserae from that bin and create a mosaic that looks just like that photograph. With any luck, by the time you finish that, I'll have found us another bulb.
Oh, I hate doing this task. If you do this without a mistake, you get an award, but I think I've made mistakes on this so many times. No matter how meticulous I try to be in making sure I'm putting in the correct tiles. Ugh. I can't recall if I ever got an award for doing this correctly. Maybe only once. I try to do it correctly as I can every time I've played it since, but apparently I'm always a couple off because I have rarely gotten the award. The next two are a bit easier because it's like a long, smooth line of the same colors rather than so many of them mixed up at once. Like this. What I mean is just a lot of them are the same colors, so I don't have to change the tiles so frequently. Well, it's easy to make mistakes there when colors like that look so alike. Okay, I was wrong. Maybe it's only the other one that's easier to do. See, I guess it's because of these that I can't easily tell the colors look the same when they're changing. I really just can't tell like that with that. Alright, one more to go. Okay, so this is easier. White, white, white. All neatly in like one line. Okay, they may not be perfect. Probably won't be least and finished.
Good for you. While you were doing that, I replaced the bulb in the microscope, so you're all set.
Alright, let's take a look, see what the message says. Okay, it doesn't matter what the message says, but it's this that's important. It's a sequence for getting into the Zatir. And so, since I'm gonna need to do that, well, actually, before I do, let me talk to Colin about the sausages.
I've been worried about you. How are you feeling?
Much better. Now that I know it was you who left those sausages in my room, the ones that gave me food poisoning,
What sausages? I didn't leave sausages in your room.
the note they came with said they were from you.
Well, someone else must have written it and signed my name, because I promise you, I did not leave any sausages or any note in your room.
The handwriting matches the handwriting on the note I found in that book on religious relics. The one that belongs to you.
All right, yes, it was me. But I had no idea those sausages were tainted. I just thought you might like them. I tried to lie my way out of it because I couldn't bear for you to know that I made such a ghastly mistake. But before you write me off as a feckless liar and an utter fool, just know that I am truly sorry. Causing you to be miserable was absolutely the last thing I wanted to do.
Well, I'm fine now, and everyone makes mistakes, so apology accepted. But I'm still kind of mad that you lied to me.
I don't blame you one iota, but I'll make it up to you. I don't know how yet, but I will. I promise.
Who else besides Margarita knows you went to prison in England for art theft?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
You're not gonna try to lie to me again, are you?
My real name is Justin Beaumont.
Oh, so that is his real
I
name.
removed a Renoir from the private collection of a man to whom it was nothing more than a financial investment. I took it home so it would be appreciated as the masterpiece it was. Its former owner took issue with my actions. I was arrested, and I was sent to prison for a year. As for Margarita, she's the only one who knows. She says if I don't continue to work for her for next to nothing, she'll tell all her friends I have a criminal record, which would essentially end my career here in Venice, just like it ended my career back in England. If that were to happen, I'd be utterly lost.
How did Margarita find out?
I have no idea. She wouldn't tell me. What's worse, not only does she keep trying to get me to use substandard materials so she can save money on the renovations I'm doing for her, but she wants me to cover it up by lying to the Restoration Council about it. And for someone in my precarious position, let's just say resisting has been very, very difficult. Enough. I insist we change the subject.
That box. It wasn't there before, was it?
No, in fact, I just won it in a card game. It's a Chinese puzzle box. Beautiful, isn't it?
Why did they call it a puzzle box?
Because to open it, you must solve a puzzle, something which so far I have been unable to do. It's very light, so even if I were able to open it, I doubt there'd be anything valuable inside. The bloke is a bit of a ne'er-do-well, so I'm not surprised. However, Margarita has taken a fancy to it and is thinking about buying it. That's why I haven't taken it home.
Would it be okay if I tried to open that Chinese puzzle box?
I'd love for you to have a go at it, but it seems a bit fragile, and until Margarita makes up her mind about buying it, I'd rather no one muck around with it. Sorry.
While I was looking through your book on religious relics, I noticed you made an appointment to see that chalice the Phantom just stole. The chalice of Saint Gervais?
That's right, I did. As a mosaicist, I'm always interested in seeing how stones and jewels are inlaid in metal, so I arranged to see it outside its case. Magnificent piece of work. My timing was magnificent as well. 2 nights later, it was stolen. How's that for coincidence?
I should be running along.
That is a wig you're wearing, right?
Oh, yes, it is.
So he noticed.
Because there's nothing wrong with your real hair. Nothing at all.
Okay, now let me get down to business. I have to dress in the cat suit, the costume that I won from dancing, because I need a thermal kind of suit in order to get into the building without anyone noticing, without me getting caught, I mean. Okay. Where's the rest of the mask? Alright. Looks like Nancy is Catwoman. Oh, wonder who that could be.
Hello?
Who is this?
Oh, it's Margarita.
Drew?
This is Margarita. I have to leave the car, and I will not be back until tomorrow. I tell you this so you do not worry.
Is everything all right?
I must go now. I'll see you tomorrow.
Is everything alright? Then she changes the subject and leaves. Hangs up. Alright, now let's go to the Zatir. And get the sapphire. There it is, all the way down here. Okay, so, as I said, the message we got from Gina has to do with that. Let me show you what. Well, there's this device that came with it, and what it does is that those lines that were shown in there, that's the key code, the passcode, or whatever you want to call it, to me getting in there. It's the different kinds of lines show me the sequence that I need to get in. So first, this is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And because I'm wearing the thermal suit, I should be able to get in undetected. Okay, now getting the sapphire is another challenge in itself, because there are these robots here that can detect someone's presence. But luckily, if they spot me, I don't get sent back to... I don't get second chance. But, oh, see, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna try going this way, because in the 4 corners of the rooms, there are switches that I need to disarm in order to get to the sapphire. Okay. Okay. Let's... Ooh. Here we go. Oh, wrong place to... So I have to avoid these robots seeing me. Now, these couple are pretty slow, but there's one other kind that's colored red that goes much faster. So those are difficult to get past. Okay. If I... Phew. Okay, there... That lightning bolt right there, that's where one of those switches are that I have to... That will allow me to disarm disable the alarm. Or at least Ah! See, the red ones move so much faster. Okay. So now I have to... The point is, I have to find the best way to get around them in order to get to where the switches are. But I'm showing you the best route to take to get to which rooms to go to and then to the switches in order to get to the sapphire. Let me wait till it gets down there. Okay. Luckily, as I said, you're sent back to the place where you came from if you're the robot, if it catches me. But luckily, no second chance. Okay, and these are totally random. Just like other puzzles before, you have to press them in the sequence where they're all pushed down. So, and it's always, as I said, random. It's always going to change, but just pick the levers until in sequence when they're all down one at a time. I hate these kinds of puzzles. Because it's all random, and thus it's always based on memory. Fiddlesticks. Okay. All right. Okay, now I'm gonna try to go back in the way I came and all to the other corners. Gotta wait till that's... Okay. Remember, it's... In lots of these games, timing is literally everything. Oh. Well, it'll be going up that way. Okay. Oh. So you have to hide behind these places, because open spaces leave you vulnerable to the robots seeing Nancy. And of course you can see... And it's best... I don't know if you can use the mouse to move Nancy... place back and forth, but the arrow keys are just as effective, if not are so effective. I don't... Okay, I can use the mouse, but I prefer the arrow keys because it gives me a better timing. Okay, Whew. Oh, rats. Ooh. When it just happens so suddenly like that, then I just get jumpy. So pardon the groans. Okay, it looks like the green robots are the slowest, blue are middle, and reds are the fastest. Okay, there's another switch. Oh! Oh, darn it. Yeah, I think it's inevitable that I'll get caught and sent back to start. So, forgive the groans of annoyance and grunts, groans and grunts of annoyance and shocked, like gasps and such if I get noticed. Because especially when it seems to be going smoothly, then I get caught and I'm just get jumpy. Okay. Just find them until... Ooh, nice. Just find which one until you can press them all down without popping up again. Oh, nice. Alright, how'd it go? This way, this way. This. Alright. Alright. Now I gotta get out of here. Sometimes they may spot me when I'm in place, but what the heck, I'm in where I am, so I can't move. Oh! Okay, there I am, saying dough in frustration like Homer Simpson. Phew! Okay, here's the space where I go to the next room. Alright, none here. Yeah, I think green's slowest. So no switch in here, but there will be in the next one below, room below me. So I'm trying to get down there. There it is. Down right here. Okay. I'm trying to hold my tongue and not curse in annoyance at this, but forgive me if anything slips out. Just trying not to use more extreme words. Okay. It's just I will sometimes will accidentally let words slip when I'm angry or annoyed because I don't like to repeat things that I don't like. But this one... Okay. Okay. Now how does it go? This way. Oh dear. Right, this. This. Oh, darn it. Oh, I haven't memorized this one. This. Oh, thank you. Okay, Dear. You know, I love a challenge like this, but having 3 robots monitor my every move, not exactly fun. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, there are no switches in here, but there will be in the room to the left. Oh. Okay, 3 switches down, 1 to go. There it is. Ooh, look at those red one to the left. Oh. Okay. Drat. Alright, I can't remember the sequence now. Finally. Alright, now that's disabled all of the, it's just now that's disabled all of the the lasers. Yeah, that deactivated all the lasers guarding the sapphire. So now I should be free to get it. Okay, so it's in the center room. Dang it. Okay, important thing to... it's so much harder to do with the red robots, but the trick is really to keep moving, yet keep a watch out for where the robots are so you don't get hit by their lasers. It's hard. I know it sounds difficult to do, but it's Anything's difficult, but not impossible. Okay. Yeah, and they say, like I just said, anything can be difficult, but not impossible. But I mean, not everything is possible. Okay, like, I know it seems difficult to do this, but I can do it. Oh, crud. There we go. Here we go. Yeah, when... All right. Tricky thing is getting in here, but then getting out too is also complicated. Oh, all right. Got the sapphire. All right, now I gotta get out of here. I got out of the complicated spot. Oh, that was my first time, I think, doing it without getting caught. All right. And now up right here should be the entrance. Now I just gotta get out of here. Let's see if I can do it in one clean sweep. All right. I've got the sapphire. Now, I'm gonna go back to the car, dress up as Samantha, and give him the sapphire. Now, and it's not essential to successfully finishing the game, but he will not deliver Samantha her fee until after I've beaten him in Scopa again. So I will include that. Don't really want to play Scopa again, but for the first time playing it and for this time, I'm not going to include, if I have to replay it, I'll just include what I win, because I don't feel like making the video longer than it should be just because I have more times of playing Scopa just to get through the difficulties. Okay, I think I'm dressed as her successfully, so now I'm gonna give him the sapphire. Okay. Let's see if there's any more change around here. Okay, not now.
Please, come in. Enrico is at the Scopa table. You have the sapphire.
Nope.
Nope. You do.
Excellent work, Samantha Quick. I will... excuse me. Pronto? You know the rules, Nico. I cannot tell you what your next target is.
You keep a list in that Chinese puzzle box, no? When you shake it, that compartment opens up. Nico, no. How could you have lost it? Never mind. Go to the Capitano and get him to tell you. And when you go after the target, do not wear that costume. You are trying Il Dottore's patience. Okay, ciao. Where were we? Ah, your fee. Unfortunately, that is business, which means we cannot discuss it until you have once again beaten me in a game of Scopa.
Yippee-i-yo-ki-yay. Let's...
You cannot take several cards with the cards in your hand.
Gold. That's striking gold.
We've played all our cards. You took the last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
No points for you.
Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point. The last trick, so you get all the cards left on the table. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards. You get 1 point for having the 7 of coins.
No points for you.
Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point.
Whoa. He's 7-0, so I hope I could keep this up and easily win. Oh, I'll take this. Ooh, Scopa.
Scopa!
Scopa.
Scopa!
I hope those will count. I don't know why and when, but I think if you play on repeatedly, like especially if Nancy loses, there comes a point where you don't add Scopas. I don't exactly know why, though. Ooh. Yes, you're mine. Yes, that's mine too. Hee hee. Ooh, baby. Ooh, or that, well. Okay, I'll take this.
Take several cards with a card in your hand.
All right. You don't need to grill me on it. Yeah, you might want to. You discard 8, 9, 10 first if you can, because those are usually kind of worthless. Like they're not high in points as the rest are. Oh, mama. Oh, good. Now I can have that. Only save the coins for last in your hand if you can. Oh, let's see if I can win. It looks like I'll have the Scopa.
You get 1 point
All right.
for having the most tricks. You get 1 point for having the most coin cards.
I'm already going to win because he's got nothing.
7 of coins.
Oh, that was my best lucky streak of all.
Now, let's add up what each card is worth and see who got the highest number of primes. You have the most valuable tricks, so you get 1 point. And lastly, we score the Scopas. You have one.
Wow, 13-0.
I will wire your fee
That
to
was
the
my
Swiss bank
best
account
score
set up by
ever
your agency within
of
the
winning against him.
Again,
No thanks.
No, thank you.
it seems that all the rumors I've heard about you were true, Samantha. It has been a pleasure.
All right, and now the Samantha Quick charade is over. Thank heaven. Want to go down to the Plaza San Marco. We will have to open up the Chinese box. I wonder if Nico dropped it or gave it away when or lost it, because that's what he was on the phone about. With Tatsa was talking to him on the phone about. Okay, here it is. And now, Margarita said she wouldn't be coming back till the next day, so I'm gonna set it to the next day. Where am I? And you see, on the first day when Nancy's on the case, you can't change the day, and you can't have Nancy won't go to sleep in order to have us change the day until we have that played chess with Gina, because she said I'll have it tomorrow. So at least we have that kind of trigger moment to start a new day. Colin? Huh. Let's see what the book's about. Oh, a note? Alright, well, before I have Nancy go to sleep, let me look at the puzzle box again, see if I can solve it, and let's talk to Helena.
What's going on?
Did Colin say anything to you before he left?
No. When I came out of my room this morning, he was gone. Odd that he left so abruptly. He did have a crush on you. Did you two have a fight?
No.
Maybe Margareta fired him. Either way, no great loss.
I'll come back later, okay?
Tschüss.
Wonder what that means in German. Oh, look. Right here, it's... that was actually at the beginning of the game, I just didn't go into it, but here's another box of Sorpresa chocolates. I wonder what this had said to Il Dottore. Now let's have Nancy eat them all. I wonder if that was the theft before the theft of the chalice. Chalice. I don't know how you say it. Alright, oh! That must be how you open it then. It has to do with these, the elements. Alright. Mountain, water, tree or wood, and fire. Alright, so that must be what these symbols mean, and let's, oh, so they say the numbers too. I want to check that out. Alright, so this is the first symbol. So wood is the first symbol. Actually, I never really looked at this all before thoroughly, what they were, the order to see the numbers to sorry, I want to... Okay, so wood, mountain, that's 2. So this is for 2. This is 3. And water is 4. Okay, now I'll press the buttons in that correct order. So this... Wood, mountain, fire, water. Alright. Ooh, no wonder Tatsa wasn't happy about Nico dropping it. This is like translation of where the places he's gonna rob. So what's their next target? And that must be what Fongo does with the Scopa cards. That's part of the communication of where they're supposed to, where the Phantom's supposed to go next, where Nico is supposed to go. All right, now let's have Nancy go to sleep. Let me have her go into the bathroom a few times. Oh, Fongo. Maybe if I go in like 10 times, have her say at least 10 different things, maybe that'll trigger the award. Ah, must have just missed him.
I must have just missed him.
Now let's talk to Margarita.
I see you have recovered from having that lock ripped from your neck. That is what happens when one leaves a door unlocked after one has been told not to.
I didn't leave it unlocked. I'm positive.
What do you need from me?
I found this card over there. Do you know anything about it?
No, it must be trash. The wind blew up here from the street.
Indeed.
I was thinking maybe the Phantom dropped it.
It was the wind, but think what you like.
I saw you coming out of the Argonne building. Do you have an office there?
No, but I know someone who does. I wanted him to set up a wireless network here in the car. My friends, they all say it is something I must have. You saw me? That is strange. I did not see you.
I was in a shop across the street. I saw you through the window. So when will he set up the system?
Never. He said he does not do that kind of work anymore. Which made me very angry because I found this flyer here in the car just last week. Look at it. Why would he print that and give it to people if he had no intention of doing what it says? It even came with a discount coupon. Ah, I do not like it when people waste my time.
Where did you find this?
Where it belongs, in the waste basket. I was not emptying it, I just...
I wonder if it's some kind of code.
Across the room.
So it's all right if I keep this?
Senz'altro. That is all you wanted to ask me?
How many people knew you owned the Etruscan figurine that the Phantom stole?
Everyone who came to my parties. Hundreds of people. They like that figurine very much. It is a great loss. But the insurance company is going to pay me more than I thought it was worth. I will just have to buy something else my guests will like.
Okay.
It looks like Colin just suddenly up and left.
I know. I just found out that instead of using the cheapest material he could find to do my renovations like he said he would, he used the best. I just got the bills. It is going to cost me a fortune. He left so he would not have to face me, the coward. I did not want him to use cheap materials, of course. Ci mancherebbe altro. I am just angry that he lied to me.
Of course. I'll talk to you later.
Ciao.
Alright, well, let's go to Fongo's office. Although, but first, before I do, I'll go into the bathroom and have Nancy say a few more phrases. Maybe I can point out from what the games to which they refer. Here. Yeah, that's the, as I said earlier, that's the, from the music in the attic and Message in a Haunted Mansion.
Money won't get flushed down this toilet.
I don't know if I recall that line from any previous game. I'm assuming almost everything she says does, but I don't recall that one. Yes. Even though she hasn't aged 10 years. That was a nod to the fact that this game came out in 2008, and 10 years after this series began in 1998. Mi chiamo Nancy. I guess she's saying I'm Nancy in Italian. But yeah, 10 years. Sheesh, where's my life gone? That's a good inside joke. Orders, don't take any wooden nickels. That's what Millie Strathorn and Marian Aborn, posing as Jane Willoughby, said to Nancy. The former was from Stay Tuned for Danger, the other from Secret of the Old Clock.
Ciao, bello.
Ciao, bello. Well, in Stay Tuned for Danger, Rick Arlen could say to Nancy, Ciao, bella.
I like turtles.
I don't know what game that reference is.
No high heels, birds, or peg legs, please.
Yeah, don't know what that's from either. Maybe one or two more, and then I'm gonna go. Oh, so that's a nod to Manette's quote of using rude to mean cool in Danger by Design. She never said that to Nancy herself, but what the heck.
No high heels, birds, or peg legs, please.
Maybe you guys can tell me from which game some of these quotes come, because I can't recall. Alright, now I'm gonna go. I think maybe I've said enough. Hopefully this could get me an award. Alright, well, I guess I'll stay with that for now. Okay. Luckily, I don't think when I break into Fongo's office again, he'll be coming back so rapidly. But there's a lot that I'm gonna have to do. I don't know if I said this earlier in the game, but you can't get an award if you use the Italian dictionary on everything there is. But it's kind of difficult to get that because, like, the final puzzle, which is a death trap, involves that too, but it's like hit or miss. So I don't know if I'll get to do that. I've tried to use it everywhere I could, but may not happen. Okay, so yeah, I have to use this fax machine. That's what this comes from. And let me see what this says in English. Okay, 111 pound 046. Okay. Okay, and so this is a passcode. That little... Oh, I can't see it? Or do I just put it here? Okay. Okay, so that horse that I already want, that little wind-up horse in his office, this is a code for that. And you have to press these buttons and that correspond to the notes. And so it goes from mi, re, do, etc., ending with si, re, do. So I have to, let's see, I have to press to correspond to those. 291 pound star 991 star 7012110026999 star pound 91.
Welcome to the automated
All right.
directory for Sunny Trico. For personnel, press 1. For store locations, press 2. For communications, press 3.
Okay.
At any time, you may press 0 during...
So this is all have to do with the theft ring, personnel, and the location, important locations, their communication methods. I'm going to listen to everything.
Signore Dottore, President, press... Signore Dottore is the president of Sunny Trico and is currently not receiving any messages.
How do I go back to the main menu?
For Signore Dottore, President, press 1. Signore Capitano is responsible for receiving and distributing all incoming and outgoing communications.
Okay, so we know Il Capitano is Fongo.
I do not understand that entry.
Okay.
Signore Dottore, President, press
So
1.
after I click at each number, I have to press 0 to go back.
Signore Arlecchino keeps our goods and services safe and secure. For Signore Dottore, President, press 1. For Signore Scaramuccia is responsible for providing information on security systems. For Signore Dottore, President,
Brigella.
for Signore Capitano Communications, Signore Brigella requires goods for resale. For Signore Dottore, President, press 1. For Signore Capitano...
Alright, now go back to the main menu.
For Sunny Trico. For our headquarters, press 1. Our headquarters are located in the Argonne office building in the Campo di Frar. For our headquarters, press 1. Our safe and secure storage
Ah.
near the fountain in the Campo Santa
Santa Maria Formosa.
I bet that's a safe room where they're keeping the stolen goods.
Yep.
For our headquarters, press 1.
Okay.
For our safe, our acquisition partners are the Aces, the Knights, and the Kings. For further
So that's
information,
the-
please consult
must have to do with the chess game.
Our Director of Communications or Acquisitions. For our headquarters, press 1. Our sumptuous presidential suites are located in the historic Canas Costa. For our headquarters, press 1. Our propane storage facilities can be found in the Campo Santa Margherita.
Alright, that propane storage locker with the 4-digit code, that must have something to do with this
I do
too.
not understand that entry.
Okay.
For our headquarters, we have many temporary meeting spaces available. Please consult your complimentary company calendar for locations available by day. For our headquarters, press 1. Welcome to the automated
Okay.
directory. For presidential communication, all presidential communications should be delivered with a box of chocolates to delight the Dottore. For presidential acquisitions, meet daily at the temporary meeting spaces. A card indicating our acquisition partner for that day will be delivered there. For presidential communications, press all security communications are initiated with a lovely game of chess. Scaramuccia will determine the location of any follow-up communications. For
For presidential communications, acquisitions will deliver all goods to our propane.
Yeah, it's that storage facility.
Director of shipping and receiving.
There must be something important in there.
Secure store for eventual distribution to our home office. For presidential welcome
Okay,
to the
I think I've listened to everything. Now let's look around here, see if any changes have been made with the cards in here.
Now the Re di Denari is missing. According to the list I found in that puzzle box, the Re di Denari is code for the Palazzo Orpello. I'll bet that's the next place they're going to hit, the Palazzo Orpello.
Yep, and so let's call and alert Sophia to what we've learned.
Nancy, what has happened?
Long story short, I think I know where the Phantom is going to strike next.
Where? Tell me.
I'm pretty sure he's going to steal something from the Palazzo Orpello.
You are pretty sure?
I'm really sure, as in almost positive. And I know his name is Nico. That's what Tatsa called him anyway.
Nico P. He's a thief we are very familiar with. He's not very smart, which is why we did not think he could be the Phantom. But if he is taking orders from someone, that is different. Here is the plan. I will call the GDIS and have them send us some agents to stake out the Palazzo Orpello. You must be there too.
I must? I mean, okay, sure.
But first, you need to do two things. You must give everyone at the Carnos Costa the objects which will allow us to track them.
Already did that. Although I think Colin may have left town with his.
We will worry about Colin later. Second, you must brush up on your Italian, so that during the stakeout you can understand what the agents are saying over the radio.
I'll take another look at the guide to basic Italian that's in my room.
Good. When you feel you are ready, call me, and we will move forward.
You got it. Ciao.
All right, let's go back to the car. First, let me go back here. Yeah, so there's something vital in here. All right, no points. We'll go. I'm not going to go all the way here now, though. I'll do that the next day after I capture Nico. Okay, I'm going to go brush up on the Italian. Okay, here it is. So I gotta know all these terms and phrases. I mean, I don't remember them, but I just memorize them. But it's just the items that'll be there at the Orpello are more important, and here are the prepositions. All right, I'll give Sophia a call now.
Hello, Nancy. All the tracking devices have been planted, and you have brushed up on your Italian. See, good. Stakeout will take place at midnight tonight. You and the GDIS agents will allow Nico to enter the Palazzo Orpello, then capture him when he tries to get away with whatever he is stolen. So, I ask you, Nancy, are you sure you are ready to go on the stakeout?
Ready.
I am ready.
Then good luck. We will talk again after Nico is captured.
Nancy, the four of us agents will be hiding in the courtyard waiting for Nico. We will call over the radio to tell you where we are and pick out from time to time. If you see Nico, let us know where he is. We'll try to catch him, but don't give away our hiding place.
Okay, so what the agents are doing here is announcing where each of them are, and then they'll reappear in other places over time. And when I see an extra figure around that I know isn't one of the agents, that's Nico, and I have to click on him. Okay, so one's hiding behind the white flowers, the fountain, the statue, and the gondolas. So around Wait, is that Nico?
Behind the tree.
Okay. But now he got away. So I have to, what happens is I have to click on him 3 more times in the correct place, and he'll be arrested. Okay, so fountain, parete, gondolas. Okay, so this is where all the agents are. Okay, now they're one's behind the statue, the tree, the red umbrella, and the cat. So these... Is that him?
He's behind the wall.
Fermati. That I know I got it right, but now I have to... So I clicked on him in the right place. Okay, now he's behind... Now the agents are behind the blue umbrella, the gondolas, the fountain, and the red umbrella. Is that him?
He's behind the tree.
Fermati. Okay, one more should do it. So the automobile, the white flowers, the gondolas here, and the statue. So these are where the agents are. So these 4 right here and here. Okay, I don't see Nico. Okay, the cat, the tree, the parete, and the statue. Okay, the agents around the statue, the blue umbrella, the gondolas, and the parete. Any other place out would be... Is that him?
Behind the car.
All right. So, yeah, you click on him 4 times in the correct places and he'll be arrested. If you click on the places where the agents are, I'm incorrect, and that'll lead to Nico getting away.
Nico hasn't admitted anything?
He does not admit that he is the Phantom. He does not even admit that he is Nico Petit. The police and the GDAS have been questioning him all night but have gotten nowhere.
So we still don't know who Il Dottore is.
And we do not know where any of the stolen artwork is.
Well, we have a clue where the stolen goods are from that fax machine.
And we may never recover the stolen goods.
Prudence is not going to
But
like
we're not
that.
going to tell her that yet.
Was he carrying anything that might help us? A wallet, an address book?
I'm looking at the arrest report. Among the items that were taken from him were a silver trumpet that he had just stolen from the Palazzo Otello, a pen, some coins, some matches, a receipt for Popano. I should say propane gas.
Wait a minute, propane gas?
Wait a minute.
Does that have something to do with the propane storage facility outside Casa dei Giochi?
I will check the photography. It's just an ordinary receipt. It tells the date the gas was delivered, the amount. That's strange.
What's strange?
On the back, someone has written these numbers. 3, 4, 4.
Ah, that must be the
447.
Does that mean
the code entry.
Only one way to find out. I'll talk to you later.
So let's go to it and see if there's anything in there that's useful to us. But before I do, let's talk to Helena, see if she has heard that the Phantom's been arrested.
Did you hear? The police have captured the Phantom. It's a man named Nico Petit. Apparently, he has a long criminal record.
How does she know that, though?
Did you hear that?
One of my sources. I've covered a lot of crime stories, so I know a lot of people in law enforcement in a lot of different countries. Another thing, I heard the police captured this Petit fellow with the help of an undercover detective recruited by the GDF. I got the impression that there was something highly unusual about this detective, but I couldn't get anyone to tell me what.
Wow, pretty intriguing. Of course, the important thing is the Phantom won't be stealing anything from anyone anymore. I may even get my locket back.
Now there's a happy thought.
Yes.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to me.
Come back anytime.
Okay, yes, I think we're on the verge of wrapping up this case. Well, yes, we are for sure. But we gotta go to Santa Margherita to get to that storage facility. So let's use that, apparently that 4-digit code, my bad. Because what it reveals is a key and a map. In Senior Detective, this map wouldn't be here. It's a key to the place in Campo Santa Maria Formosa, excuse me, where the stolen goods are being held. I said Santa Margherita Formosa because of the similarity with the place where the Casa de Giocchi is. Okay, so since we know that had found out from the fax machine that this is where the stolen goods are being held, now you can see it's pulled back further to show us, yes, this key is to this door.
This is the safe and secure store that was mentioned on that fax machine.
Yep. And now let's go inside to find where those goods are here in this place. And this is what this map is for. These 3 different wells, circle, triangle, and diamond, where water needs to be filled or drained. And this puzzle gets me a lot, and because it's just so easy to make a mistake and not figure out where the next step is to take. So I may not talk as much while I do this, but obvious thing is, I think, well, you can see here, we're at the circle well, and they'll show the symbols on the other levels. So what I gotta do first is, we wanna go across according to the map. So I'm going to have to turn left to fill, you turn right to drain. So I'm gonna fill it. So right now we're at 0.1. So now I'm gonna go across. We're at 0.2. Then I turn to the right. I'm gonna drain it. Okay, now I'm gonna go down this ladder, turn around, cross this bridge. Now we're in 0.3. Now I'm gonna empty this well. Okay, so that's been drained. We're still the circle well, so I'm gonna go down. All right. Now I'm gonna cross the bridge. I think we're at 0.4 now. Now I'm gonna drain it. But before I go, yeah, see, now we're in the triangular well. I'm gonna go up. So now we're gonna have to go across, and as you can see, we're the diamond well here. Okay, that was, I think now we're at 0.6. We're not gonna be going then in sequence, like wasn't at 0.5 there. So now I'm gonna drain the well. Okay, now to go to the ladder, go down. Across the bridge, now at 0.7 of the diamond well. So now I'm going to drain it. Now I'm going to go down the ramp. But I'm not going to cross this bridge. Instead, I'm going to drain the triangle well. And I'm going to go back up the ramp. I'm gonna see the bridge here. Now I'm gonna cross it, go up, not gonna drain or fill anything. I'm gonna go up the ladder to point 9. Okay, there's no bridge here. So now I'm gonna have to fill it up. Okay, now I'm gonna go up again, climb up the ladder, and now I'm at point 10. Now I'm gonna have to fill the diamond wells to get to the ultimate ladder on the other side here. All right, and that's where I am now. It's this, the red arrow here indicates where I need to be, so I'm gonna go forward, now left, up, and now turn around. Oh, it's dark, but luckily there's a flashlight here. Now just let me pick it up so then I can go forward without worrying about hitting anything. Oh, but what's the passcode? Well, that first message that the pigeon was carrying mentioned the keypad, or key code, 43556. Il Dottore requests that you change it, so that's what we have to put in. And what's this?
Killian, where have I seen that name? The address on this crate is the same address that was on that letter Helena dropped.
That means Helena is Il Dottore. And when I open the box here, guess what's inside? It's the statuette that was stolen from the car. Oh no.
Let me out of here!
Hey, remember the opening sequence? Nancy apparently had a dream. Well, this was it. Okay, so this is a time puzzle. I've got to have all the water level here, so I'm gonna turn this wheel right twice. This one left 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. This one right 3 times. This one right 4 times. And then this one left 4 times. And you can see when the water's all level here, it'll switch off because that's what it needs to be. You need to have all the water leveled so that the water doesn't come rushing in, otherwise it's gonna drown Nancy. And that was a time puzzle, but luckily I turned the wheels in the right directions in time to stop that from happening. So now let's get out and report to Sophia that we have found out who Il Dottore is, who's the ringleader of the crime ring.
I was starting to be worried about you.
It's Helena Berg. She's Il Dottore.
You are sure?
Yes, and I think she knows she's been busted. So you have to act.
That must have been her then, who closed the door on us and tried to fill up the pipes with water.
The device immediately. But because of Carnevale, there are no officers available to follow her. You will have to do this.
Of course she has to do it.
You need a tracker?
After I have activated the tracking device, your PDA will show a picture of what method of transportation she's taken, whether she's traveling on foot, in a gondola, or by vaporetto. From time to time, it will also announce where she is.
Why can't it announce where she is all the time?
The transmission of a continuous signal would make the device too easy to detect. So please, Nancy, watch your PDA.
Okay, so it won't always tell, the PDA, the tracker won't always tell us where Helena is, but it will tell where her last location was and whether she's traveling by gondola or vaporetto, foot gondola or vaporetto. So this is random, it's always going to change when you play it, but now I have to just find out where she's going.
I like that, Nancy. Oh, there. Helena's tracking device is activated. She is all yours. Hurry.
Okay, she was down that way.
Gotcha.
Oh, we got her!
Helena.
That was fast. So, it's just a coincidence I got to her so quickly, but it was showing where she last was and what transportation she was taking. And if you listen closely, that music was the same music played during the end when we have to stop Lewis from taking the treasure and message in a haunted mansion.
I had a feeling you were up to something. Your sudden arrival at Nascosta, your feigned interest in Venice, always asking questions. You've been watching Fango from the Altena all this time.
Oh, very good.
And now the little spy wants her locket back. Very good. Because you're not getting it back. Ever.
We'll see about that.
Alea, stop! She's getting away! Don't be too pleased with yourself, Nancy Drew. It's not over between us. Not by a long shot.
True to her word, Helena didn't go quietly. After she was arrested,
Look at her makeup falling off with the tears.
A terrible mistake had been made. She claimed that not only was she innocent, but the locket around her neck was hers. But after I showed the authorities everything I discovered, it became clear that all the thefts attributed to the Phantom of Venice were actually perpetrated by a gang. Her gang. It started with Hildegard Killian, a wealthy pork belly heiress in Chicago, who gave Helena a list of the Venetian art objects for which she would happily pay a small fortune should Helena somehow obtain them for her. Inspired by what she had learned while covering the trial of criminal mastermind Leo Macchiano, Helena suddenly pumped her sources in the police department for the names of known or suspected criminals who could serve her purposes, which enabled her to put together her very own theft ring made up of Antonio Fango, codename Il Capitano.
Okay, now she's talking about the members of the crime ring and their code names named after Commedia dell'arte characters. So he was Il Capitano, Gina was Scaramuccia, and we know Helena was Il Dottore, and Nico, who was the actual thief, was Brigella.
Something of which Helena, Il Dottore, did not approve. He delivered what he stole to
Enrico, who was Arlecchino.
He hid the items in papier-mâché carnival costume heads and stashed them away until they could be shipped to Hildegard.
But now they're on their way to prison.
Thanks to Sophia and me, they're all on their way to prison. Curtis Rutherford was so delighted that all the stolen objects were recovered undamaged that she's decided to include me in her memoirs, which I guess I'm supposed to consider a great honor. Margarita is delighted too. Everyone thinks that because I was staying at Ca Nascosta, she was somehow instrumental in solving the case. She's suddenly the darling of Venetian high society, which for her is a dream come true. As for Colin, he called me once out of the blue. He had read about the Phantom's capture and had just one question. Did I get my locket
Oh,
back?
look here if you can. There's a mysterious shadowy figure here.
Just hung up.
Lots of fans speculate this may be Samantha Quick. And if it is, it possibly explains how she knew Nancy was impersonating her and how she knew Ned's name. And he ties two of those other characters, including Colin would explain how she knew about it, but who can say for sure. Okay, so the question, where did the first theft take place? Palazzo Foglio. And let's see. Oh, 5 awards, not bad. Looks like get it for finding the truth behind the sausages, got the question right, getting the Easter egg, trying all those gelato flavors, and using the bathroom several times. Okay. So I didn't get a perfect mosaic, but then again, I didn't expect to. Now let's move on to the credits and, well, first the preview for the next game, Haunting of Castle Malloy, then the credits.
Castle Malloy has stood empty for almost a century in a remote corner of Ireland. The few who have dared to walk among its crumbling walls have told tales of devious fairies, ghostly lights, and a cursed spirit haunting the ruins. When an old friend of mine insists on holding her wedding there, things quickly go from merry to menacing, and I soon find myself probing the darkest corners of the castle, struggling to unearth its secrets. Secrets which may have already cost the groom his life. Have joined me as I make my way through this long-forgotten fortress in The Haunting of Castle Malloy.
Okay, so that's my walkthrough of the Phantom of Venice. Here's my junior detective badge with the 5 stars I got for the 5 awards I received. And now we hear, again, just like the 2 previous games played during the end credits, the Nancy Drew main theme music. So what's interesting about this game that I wanted to say since it's finished is that this is because there were only 3 seeable characters in this game, which is a lot below the average of 4 for most. We obviously knew the Phantom was male, just from, well, hinted, but I never thought it was Colin, so that's even what made me think before Nancy came to the conclusion that the Phantom was a member of a theft ring taking orders from someone, but figuring out once we learned of the existence of Il Dottore that it had to be one of those 3 characters. So it's interesting how this is the first game where the thief in the game's title is not one of the suspects we speak to throughout the game. So that is an interesting concept. One thing I want to point out, it's going to scroll down here in the cast. They even have credits for the gondoliers and Italian voices. There is no on-screen credit given for Samantha Quick. Is this a deliberate inside joke? I mean, I think they know who it is. Or is it just to indicate the mystery surrounding this character? Who can say for sure? But I think maybe that's it. I think maybe Her Interactive wanted to paint a little joke here about the mysterious existence of this character. Okay, so at the very end of this, when the credits end, there is outtakes, but I'm gonna make a little video of that later. I'm just gonna end the walkthrough here now, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching this as much as I enjoyed playing. I'll see you in the next walkthrough video. Until next time.